How's it going, everyone? While the majority of attention has been on the launch of the new PlayStation Plus tiers, there's still 3 PSN store sales going on right now, and they are quite good across the 3 of them. You've got probably north of what, like 1,800 deals, something crazy like that, just because the PlayStation Indie sale alone has 1,300 and change deals. In this video, I want to take a look at games under the price of $10, obviously not including everything that's high quality here. We've got 10 games to go over, but again, across so many deals, it's hard to mention everything, and we're playing a little bit of catch-up. We should have gotten this video out a little bit earlier, but wanted to wait for the Plus tiers to come out so we can make this video with a little bit more confidence, because I don't want to be recommending you guys stuff like Mafia 2 Definitive Edition when you can just sign up for PlayStation Plus. You know, at some point, we'll get back into mentioning Plus games as well, but for now, I think there's a little bit of hype. I think majority of you guys are subscribing. We'll see in the future what we're going to decide to do. We got one game on this list that's kind of in the Plus tiers, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's start things off with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is down to $9.59. This is a part of the double discount sale, so you gotta be a Plus subscriber, at least an Essential subscriber. Jedi Fallen Order was a great game. I've talked at length about what I hate about the game, and that's pretty much the map, and outside of that, I really enjoyed the game. I liked Cal as a main character. I liked all the characters in general. I thought the gameplay was super strong, and you gotta remember, I'm not like a big Star Wars guy. Like, I watched Rogue One in theaters, and I fell asleep during it, so like, that's the extent of a Star Wars fan that I am, but Jedi Fallen Order, I thought, had really strong gameplay. The PlayStation 5 version looks fantastic. I should really say it plays fantastic. And $9.59 for this, I think, is a really solid deal, so definitely go check it out. Again, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you'll probably find some fun in it. Alright, next up, we got Valkyria Chronicles 4. Now, this is the base game, which is 70% off for $9. The Complete Edition is currently not on sale. If you want, like, all the DLC and stuff, maybe wait for the Complete Edition to go on sale. Still, the base game is super strong. Really enjoyed it, and you can jump right into Valkyria Chronicles 4 without playing the other games if you want. These are tactics, JRPGs that I just think are really well done, and I'm not a big fan of tactics games either, but Valkyria Chronicles is one that I really enjoyed, and if you just want to enjoy the story, Valkyria Chronicles 4 has an easy mode as well that'll make it a breeze, but I would recommend to play it at the standard difficulty. Story's really strong, visual style is great, has an interesting way of, you know, progressing through the game with the use of a storybook. I think it works really well, and it's a little bit different. It is a relatively lengthy game as well, so $9, you'll get your bang for your buck. Speaking of bang for your buck, Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition, 80% off for $8 is a great deal, albeit, you know, this game is definitely a bit on the older side at this point. Can you believe we're coming up on 8 years since the release of Dragon Age Inquisition? That's kind of wild to think about, but a lot of people would point towards Dragon Age Inquisition as the last very good game that BioWare has really put out. And I thought it was a rather strong RPG, a lot of content in this game, story's pretty engaging, you know, it shows its age a little bit, but I also think it holds up given that it is an 8-year-old game, and the Game of the Year Edition includes quite a bit of additional content. I think it's a solid pickup at $8 if you're looking for an extensive Western RPG to get into. Next up, whenever I get a chance to gush about Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, you know I'm going to take it at 70% off for $9. I think it is a tremendous deal. As many of you guys probably know, Assassin's Creed 4 is my favorite Assassin's Creed game ever. I know a lot of you guys love the AC2 trilogy, and probably AC2 in particular, but AC4 is what I really dug. Ezio's a great main character, but I really dug Edward as a main character, and I thought they could have done a lot more with him. Nonetheless, he gets a lot of shine in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Naval combat is good, a ton of content. Wish it got a PlayStation 5 upgrade, which, from what I know, it does not at the moment, but, you know, it is what it is. It's still very much worthwhile a playthrough, and it runs well enough, you know, with the PS4 performance, so $9, I think it's a great deal, and this is another game. A lot of content in this one. If you're looking to get the Platinum Trophy, or do, like, all the content in the main campaign, it's going to take you quite a while. So $9 for, I think that's a very solid pickup. Another JRPG I want to give a shout to, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. This is 85% off for $9. I know people go back and forth on whether they like Ni no Kuni 1 or Ni no Kuni 2 more. Look, they're both very strong games. I personally like Ni no Kuni 1 more, but Ni no Kuni 2 is very good as well. Awesome art style to these games. Gameplay is solid, and the story, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like absolutely blow away, but I would say it's a relatively charming story that doesn't go way too over the top, but a lot of content in this one as well. You can spend quite a bit of time into it, and $9 if you're looking for a JRPG to get into. And I always mention Ni no Kuni as one of those JRPGs that, you know, kind of can be a bit of a gateway JRPG if you're not a big fan of the genre. I just think Ni no Kuni has a lot of charm to it, and for $9, I think it's a great pickup, so check that out. Next up, we got Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition, 75% off for $9.99. Now, the base game is available with PlayStation Plus, so if you want to just try out the base game, if you're a Plus Extra subscriber, you can do that. Otherwise, you can pick up the Royal Edition for $9.99. This includes the additional content, and a pretty sizable amount of content at that as well. In my opinion, KCD was one of those more underrated RPGs. Maybe it's not for everyone with it being a bit more on the realistic side, but if you want more of a historical RPG that mechanically, you know, works pretty well, I think Kingdom Come Deliverance is pretty solid. Really good story here as well, more of a mature game on top of that, but you know, I think it's pretty strong. I wouldn't say it was worth like the full thing. It came out at a full $60. Maybe not, you know, a full $60 title, but at $9.99 with the additional content, I think this is a very strong deal, and I would give it a strong recommendation. I don't know what the studio is working on, Warhorse, but hopefully they're working on something quality, because I think they did a good job with KCD. Next up, a lot of you guys want to see Square Enix do a new Final Fantasy Tactics game. I don't know if you're ever going to get that. You're going to get the Dio Field Chronicle, a new Tactics game. However, if you want something very much akin to Final Fantasy Tactics, I would recommend Felcis Arbiters Mark. This is down to $8.69 if you're a Plus subscriber. If you're not a Plus subscriber, it's just above the $10 price threshold at $10.19. Very good tactics RPG here. Great art style to it as well. That's definitely a throwback. Like, you knew what they were going for in this game. Strong storytelling here as well, and again, I think the visual style is just fantastic. Has a bit of like definitely a JRPG look going on for it, but I think it's quite good. So at $8 and change if you're a Plus subscriber, it's really good. And again, I don't know if we're ever gonna get a new Final Fantasy Tactics, so if you want something that really fits into that category, Felcis Arbiter's Mark is a strong title to check out. Next up, we got Mark of the Ninja Remastered, 55% off for $8.99. I remember playing this way back in the day. I think it never came out on a PlayStation platform for a while. It was like an Xbox and PC title, then we finally got it on PlayStation with Mark of the Ninja Remastered. Action stealth platformer, great visual style. Like this remastered version, obviously it includes the DLC, has some upgraded visuals, and I believe sound as well, but the game itself is just so good, and it's one of those games that's being forgotten about quite a bit. Like, back when it came out, I feel like it got quite a bit of praise, but it's not one of those games that people look back at and think, you know, it's like one of the most, you know, one of the best smaller scale games and downloadable titles. But I think it's quite good, and if you're a fan of action stealth games, you're gonna enjoy Mark of the Ninja quite a bit. At $9, yeah, I would love to see it at sub $5, but $9 is still a good enough price where I would say go check it out, especially if you're into stealth games. Next up, we have The Evil Within 2. Of course, this was done by Tango Gameworks, who you might be familiar with on their work on Ghostwire Tokyo more recently. And of course, they also did Evil Within 1. Now, Evil Within 1 is on sale. It's down to $4.99, and if you want to pick that up, feel free to. I know some people that think Evil Within 1 is a stronger game than Evil Within 2. I would probably side with Evil Within 2, to be perfectly honest. I'm not a big survival horror guy, but Evil Within 2 was pretty compelling from a narrative standpoint as well, and I thought the gameplay was pretty solid. It's not blow away by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're into horror games, I think you'll have fun with both Evil Within 1 and 2. Evil Within 2 at $8, I think, is a really strong price. I don't know if they're ever going to do an Evil Within 3. I believe Ghostwire Tokyo actually started out as Evil Within 3, and then they changed gears. Don't quote me on that, but nonetheless, Evil Within 2 is a very good survival horror game, and at $8, I think that's a good price. And lastly, kind of surprised that this isn't a part of the PlayStation Plus tiers. At least it's not listed, and that's Media Molecule's Dreams. It's 60% off for $8. This is such an underrated game, and Media Molecule as a studio, I feel like is just completely lost in the shuffle when you talk about, you know, PlayStation Worldwide Studios as first-party studios. Media Molecule is, like, never get to mention, but they did great work with Little Big Planet, and Dreams is a game that I feel like has a very strong core community that's super into this game, and you don't have to be into the creation suite at all to enjoy these games. Much like Little Big Planet, I am absolutely an idiot when it comes to utilizing creation suites, but I just go in and I experience what what everybody else that's way more talented than me is putting out. People are working on crazy stuff, and it's just fun to mess around in the game as well. It's got great presentation as well, and again, it's a game that Media Molecule has been supporting, and they do support for quite a while. I remember somebody, I forget who, put out the idea of Dreams being bundled in with every PlayStation 5 console, and I just think that's a great idea. I wish they would do that, but yeah, that's just me asking for free stuff, and yeah, asking for free stuff usually doesn't work out well. But nonetheless, at $8, it's great, and there is a free trial available if you want to check that out, but $8 is a great price, and I thought I would give that a shout as well. Shocked that this isn't a part of Plus. Like, I might be insane, and maybe they just don't have it listed, but yeah, it's not a part of Plus from what I can tell, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Hopefully that does get added at some point, but that's gonna do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals under the price of $10, and you know, now you guys know the lineup of Plus. Obviously, the Plus lineup will be rotating every month, but like I've been saying in past videos, you can't just expect every game under the sun to be a part of it. Even older games, like, not everything is gonna be on there. You guys just have to, you know, manage expectations as far as that goes. The lineup is great, but there's still a place to buying games, you know, and some of you guys aren't even gonna subscribe to Plus, and you're just gonna continue just buying all your games, so you can keep them if you don't, you know, if you don't stay a subscriber. But that's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.